It's that same kind of energy.
Actually, this is a bit too sad for the current moment, so we'll pull out of the darkest dungeon too. Yeah, because that's a bit too dark. Maybe if you guys get into serious topics later, but for the time being, let's go back
I
to.
need to check that soundtrack. I just realized I never did.
Typing for food.
It's pretty good. I like the original one more, but that's probably just favoritism. That's probably me like being familiar.
What's up, man? Okay, bet.
Is it a demo? I thought it was free. Oh my That's actually really clever. That's actually super clever.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I like that. That's good. I like that.
Take an inspiration. 20 minutes till dawn.
Yeah, 20 minutes till dawn does take an inspiration. Oh, they are fusion. What good sports. Anyways. Yeah, so anyways. After a period of time, Redane and Kasai will come and join you guys at the table. But in the meantime, I can see you guys have typed up a fucking storm. I'm not reading any of it. I'm not reading any of it.
Fair enough.
Because that's way too much shit for me to sift through, and I'm trying to keep moving. Is there anything you guys want to do while Redane was gone? Well, the interrogation, quote-unquote interrogation, more like questioning what's happening. Not too surprising.
Yeah. Very disappointed. Yeah, and just gonna laugh at your pain. Hey, I fight better when I'm pissed. We all know this.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we just have to get like plastered in real life and then play, and we'll see how it goes.
You guys should do that when you guys are hanging out and playing session together. You guys can both get pissed.
Bungalowed.
Unfold, yeah. Stocious.
Oh god.
So while Redane is gone, Sajar is just gonna look over at Anushka and Amber, probably when they're in the middle of a conversation with Oriana.
Amber's in the midst of like chugging a bottle of something. You don't know where she got it from.
Okay, as she's chugging, Sajar just deadpan looks over at both of them and he says, I know that marriage is not for everybody, but if you do have one at some point, I want an invitation. I love
you. Got it. You got it. And I want Lambert to officiate it. Lambert's like in the midst of like eating, like cutting into a steak, and he just stops and looks up at her. Slowly lifts the steak bite like on the fork to his mouth, eats it, chews very slowly. No. Huh? What if I gave you your gloves back? I gave them to you. Why do you think I would want them back? You're re-gifting them to me. Why would you think I would want them back? Ah, shit, he's right. He gave me his dowry.
Oh god.
Lambert just like stops at that. It's like that's not. He just blinks like fucking like short fuses. It's like what? That's not how that works. And he just ignores her and goes back to eating.
You know, I'm not entirely sure what a dowry is, but that is very, very mean of you, Lambert.
Do not. They're even worse together.
Brendan sticks out a hand from behind Silas. I think I could learn how to perform a marriage ceremony if you'd like.
I don't trust you to do that.
In fairness, it may be a bit early. Not that I wouldn't be opposed to such a thing, but you know, it is you know, a little bit.
That's a yes.
And
oh wait, I need to add the right indicator for Amber.
It's been like a day. Come on. But yes. What was I even going to say?
So what kind of ring are you going to have?
Would you get cursed? Brendan did that with his voice in it.
You're not having my ring.
Well, you know, before I went off adventuring with this merry band of fools, I made the most exquisite jewelry you would find in the city of gold. I am more than capable of making one.
Well, there we go.
Well, the option is there, then. Just getting like redder and redder. She's just like, right, food.
Can I play the music?
That's a very interesting plate.
Can I play the music?
100% yes.
Alright, but no candles.
Oh wait, we can get Owen to do stuff too. She like turns over in her chair, is sort of teetering in it, and like shouts, "Hey Owen!" He's like literally like what is this like
15 feet,
like 20 feet over
in
or whatever.
In her
like,
defense, in that 20 feet, there's Lord Koltark.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Owen
that's
doesn't hear it because Lord Koltark is telling a story. It's a pretty awesome story about daring do and dastardly devils and everything. Oh, you would have had to have been there. Trust me.
He does the battlefield thing where he like jumps off a cliff and shoots someone on the way down and then lands on their body.
Yeah, and then Abel plays a do theme song. too.
Get down.
Yeah. Yeah. So Amber's like, "All right, Lord Koltark. We should invite Lord Koltark. You imagine the gifts we get from him. You could get like a gun.
He would
As,
get
like, a
you an
wedding
entire
gift.
house.
Oh my
But the
god.
gun is probably
I'm not going to
Would
lie.
you rather have an entire house or a really cool gun? Let's be,
Oh, really
be
cool
honest.
gun. What do you think I am?
She looks at you, Oriana, and like stick her tongue in, like duh. Yeah.
But no, I did want to speak to Abel, but I don't think I would be able to hear over Koltark. Over.
Hey, Abel, you got a moment?
He's been volunteered.
My lordship. Of course, Abel! Of course! It's dinner time! Carouse! Calavant! That's not what... Whatever.
Can I
Relevant.
think of a third one?
I did think of a third one, Miss Oriana, but it's not for present company!
I trust you.
Your moves.
I fear what that is.
What'd you say, oh?
Moves.
No.
Carouse. Carouse.
Boost.
Populate.
Carousal.
Oh no!
They
Why do you keep
Populate.
going to sex? You need to touch some grass.
Well.
Yeah, man, go.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
That's
No,
not
O probably wouldn't
polite
go with the sex
covenant.
one immediately.
So, Abel comes over.
No.
Abel comes over.
Is there something you guys need?
No, I just, I wanted to thank you for this, and she sort of shows the little gadget.
Yeah, it's like a rifle barrel mount.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
It's... Happy you like it.
Yes, it is good. I'm not entirely sure if I installed it correctly. I wanted to quickly ask, because I'm pretty...
It's pretty idiot-proof. I made it that way. But he looks over his shoulder at Lord Koltark.
Should I be offended at that?
Are you an idiot?
I mean, I didn't do a very good job of putting it on, so maybe?
Alright, that's it.
At least you're honest.
Sort of like, just presents it forth in like a hands like it's like a, I don't know, like the crown or something.
No, you installed it right. It just you just need to, how to say, it's not like a magic item that attunes to you. It needs to just transfix on the weapon itself. It's sort of like a detachable enchantment. Just give it a bit.
Okay, I was... Would you, if it's not right, if it's...
Go on,
Say
say
it,
it. Amber's like
Okay.
leaned over you right now, and she's like face next to yours, poking your cheek. Say it, say it.
What do you think I could... Okay,
Ava
whatever.
just blinks.
Adorable.
Is she okay? I'm the best. Uh-huh. Right. Uh-huh.
Can I try to see how drunk Amber actually is? Because this would have been
Roll
nice.
medicine.
I have disadvantage on checks right now.
Would also like to know.
Don't know. She looks pretty drunk.
He looks drunk, yeah.
Yeah. May I add my roll to that one as I'm getting my cheek, like...
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So, oh, she's getting her cheek assaulted, I guess.
Just getting prodded.
Never mind.
Yeah, 14. She's drunk. 17. Advantage on partner checks. Well, we haven't seen Amber drunk yet, has she?
She's
don't
not
know, it's
drunk. We've seen her drink.
Yeah, I
Seen
don't
her
think so.
high, but... Then again,
That's pretty
she's
close.
also
Yeah, I'll give
high.
advantage on that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, cool. It worked.
It's pretty close in a different way, but
Get,
you have
20.
like a
Get,
metric to compare.
okay,
it.
this is
Holy
nice.
shit!
To Silas and to Anushka, she is very, very drunk. Especially given that she probably cleared through a couple of bottles by herself, and you guys haven't even finished eating dinner yet. So,
Oh, damn,
yeah,
some
she was
food
just
in
like,
there.
when the fuck did you have that much?
she's a little bit drunk.
Okay, right, just subtly just pulls the bottle out of view.
Oriana, you see as Anushka pulls the bottle out of view,
Another one.
Amber takes it back.
I say just reach around the back.
Yeah, just literally just you try to hide it somewhere, and her hand's already there, and she just takes it further away, back into her own possession.
Can I intervene with the staff?
You want to stab across the table?
I know, just like put the staff on
Well,
like her
you
hand.
know
Just
what?
like
I
no,
think this
stop.
this calls for a very, very.
I'll
This
say
is-
no
this is
because
a
you're gonna break the stuff on the table.
Okay, fine.
Can we summon Silas?
So,
Oh, Silas is
I
summoned.
mean, you could just say Silas' name, so I can literally
Not
10 feet
over.
away.
You don't even have to say anything. Silas just like slowly looks over to you, like I feel like you need something.
Yeah,
Just the cat
the
thing.
eye,
The
the
cat
maybe.
thing.
hair on your back stands on end, which is to say a lot of hair. It's sort of like when cats get pet. I say as I go to pet my cat. Hi.
Their tail puffs out. You can't see it, but it does.
I pet
Yep,
Jacob.
yep.
He's very good.
Silas,
Hi.
we need you.
we need your
For
bullshit.
what?
She's gonna feel that in the morning. But yeah, don't worry. It's installed correctly.
That's
Miss
good.
Anushka.
I wanted to ask. Sorry, before
Hmm?
my cheek was violently poked.
Another poke. Actually, no. That sound effect happens. She just goes. Poop.
She would. She would.
I can see the sort of
She's
drunk
just like,
she
she's
is.
just like she's just still talking to Abel and just like grabs Amber's hand or something and just like holds it. Would you mind showing me a bit about how I can possibly advance it, or make it better, possibly, or future adjustments?
That
maybe?
might be a bit. What basis do you have to work with? What's your fundamentals? Do you know how gunsmithing and everything?
Yes. Very confused look on her face.
That's a
Yes.
lie.
He just blinks. Lying when you're working with live munitions isn't a good idea usually.
No, I can do basic maintenance and stuff like that, and I
Okay.
know this one very well, but
You have at least that to work with. Okay.
it's just so I'm not, if I find something else going forward that I think would be useful, I'm not going to just, break my gun.
Right. Well, that might. I'm not saying that's gonna happen. No. How does? He thinks, taps his foot, even his halfling foot on the ground for a couple seconds, thinking. I can tell the rifle's very dear to you, and I know many. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of people like that. I think honestly, Lord Koltark is so an anomaly because he has so many guns.
Yes, that
Because he's
sounds
rich
like
enough
it.
to have so many guns. Actually, never mind.
Hmm.
There are a lot of people like you, but it just depends on what you're trying to get out of it. If you're just trying to shoot further away, well, that's as simple as modifying the stock and lengthening the barrel, adjusting the sights, and so on. But if you want to go adventuring and monkeying around with your gun, that's a different story.
Oh, okay.
There are plenty of people that have similar apparati. He points at the mount around, and if you ever run into them, maybe you could trade, steal designs, steal them. He's looking at Amber, who just gives him a cheeky grin. Don't get caught. It just depends on what you're trying to do for them. If you're trying to artifice them into a more magical quality, that's not something I can teach you. That's just outright artificery. They can preserve the same stock, the same metals and everything. They just got to infuse some power into it. But that's not something. I'm not a mage.
No, well, neither am I. I mean, magic is very basic anyway. If I were to do that, it would
Imagine not
probably...
being a mage.
My apologies, Mr. Sajar. Not all of us are born with extravagant gifts of magical power or money. And he gestures at Lord Koltark, who's in the midst of, ha! That's some chump change, is what I told him! Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But to be real, Anushka, it sounds like you need a second gun if you're gonna experiment.
She doesn't want a second gun. She wants her gun, more gunnier.
Yeah, but why use the second gun when you can use it for experimentation?
Oh.
That way
that
you
way
don't
you
destroy
can
the one
break.
you actually like.
That is true,
Yes,
actually.
exactly.
Then again,
You don't actually have to shoot things with it.
then again, buying a gun for the sole purpose of destroying it is kind of sad as well.
Don't worry.
then don't
We'll get you a
destroy it.
gun free of charge.
I'm
Not right
glad
now,
to
though,
hear
because
that.
anyone I steal a gun from right now could probably kill me.
I would probably say that good bet, especially since you are absolutely gone right now. So,
I'm fine.
That's
right.
a lie.
You thought I was lying earlier, and I was telling the truth. Have you ever thought maybe history will repeat itself?
Yeah.
She just slowly drinks with a wizened look on her face.
Maintains eye contact.
What?
No, the fake gun could possibly be a good idea. Not fake gun. You know.
I still have Lexi return. I have Lexi return though. That is Amber's role though.
I'm perfectly fine. Okay.
She seems fine.
Hold on, I want to roll.
She like drops like stone cold sober. I'm perfectly fine.
Mm.
Okay.
Thumbs up.
Fuck.
Okay.
Anyhow.
Oh, sure.
I mean, if you want to get another gun for strictly experimental purposes, sure. But at that point, I'd say you're better just going to an expert to see if they could forward draft some plans or models or anything for you.
Possibly.
I mean, honestly, if we had spare time, I could probably do some rudimentary stuff for you. Just don't got spare time right now.
Have you got any blueprints on hand that might be of interest? That you can spare, of course.
Let me... Give me a sec.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry, I didn't mean to catch you right in the middle of dinner. To be fair, I was going to... do it? You know,
He holds up 2 quick hands. It's fine. I'm pretty used to it.
Oh,
Looks at
this
the
is
noble who probably pesters him at all hours of the day.
Yeah. Quite glad I don't have to go over after another shooter.
Hey,
Gunner,
we should
whatever
try to
it is.
find out how he knows all this stuff.
He probably just applied himself.
Yes, but if he applied himself so well to know, like, this much about guns, why is he, gestures at Coltark?
Why the hell not? I'm sure he pays well.
Yes, everybody has money, you know. So, Jar.
I don't think Lord Coltar carries a coin purse around, if I'm being honest.
I think
So I'm pretty sure
Abel
Abel just gets paid such a ludicrous amount that it just gets like credited to him at a bank.
Right.
I have never met somebody that well off before.
There are plenty of people
Oh,
like that,
same.
don't worry.
So
You think he hires?
What's up?
Let me introduce you to my
You
family.
can't
gonna
leave! She like wraps you in a hug. You can't leave, you're part of the river company. You're ours.
Of course, of course.
Tell you what,
Amber would have a
Anushka, when we
terrible
get
presence
back
there.
to the peninsula at some point, let me introduce you to my family. Then you can say that you have met some people like that.
Sure, I'll hold you to that then. When we finish
Very
our
well.
business in the north. So you will take me to the peninsula, and Dieter,
Sure.
I will take you to the twins.
I've already been. I don't want to go back.
Yeah, I want to go
Amen.
to the twins.
No, I second him with.
We are in
fuck
agreement.
it.
We are in agreement. It sucks. Fuck that place. We shan't go back.
Okay, maybe like 2 spots, but that's a city in the Twins. I don't really count that. That's a different thing.
So we're bringing Oriana with.
Never really properly been to cities apart from like trade animal skins and stuff. But
That's neat.
like I said, as long as you know where you're going, it is not too bad.
Sip.
Don't walk into any gaggler dens, I suppose.
Abel comes back. He has a small satchel, and I mean a small satchel, and it's a satchel for someone of a small disposition like himself. And
Ultimate.
inside, it's very well organized. He opens it up and pulls out a sketchbook, which has like some loose papers in it, or papers that are like pinned or tucked into it. And he begins paging through it, and eventually opens it up, lays it out on the table. It is a sketchbook, but there are some inclusion pages on or pages that are built into the book preemptively that have like basically grid, like graph paper, sort of stuff. And he sets it down on the table, and you see a series of different rifle designs. In the sense that like, the rifles themselves just look different from one another. Like, it has like a diversity which is more akin to like what you saw in the 703rd in terms of like how different they can be, right? Like, there's more than just it's a thing that you pull the trigger and a loud bang happens, and then whatever you're pointing at has a very bad day, right? Like, there's a bunch of different designs for how a gun can, in theory, work. It's just a matter of picking the one that works best, or works efficiently, or is cheap to maintain, or whatever. And you see some of these designs, like, not too dissimilar from yours. Not too dissimilar. There's one that's really, really out there, and you have no clue what that one is about. But aside from that, you can see the similarities from the rifles depicted and yours. And he begins pointing at different, you ever see like how to build guides for like furniture or stuff like that?
It's an IKEA
The
set.
good old
Yeah,
IKEA.
it's like an IKEA like how to build thing, or it has like an item or like the thing you need to insert, and then like a dot like line to where it's had to be inserted. It's sort of like that, except for it has like like dozens of different accessories and gadgets. I've had some spare time. Me and Lord Koltok have gone on a number of different expeditions at this point, hunting trips, as he calls them. And honestly, there's so many different beasts we face off against. I try to keep us prepped ahead of time, and Lord Koltok has the money to spend, and Sir Levant has his... He just stops, weighs. He looks over his shoulder at Sir Levant,
Stare straight at him.
who, like, Sir Levant is just like like a statue, eyes forward, looking at the east, and then he just suddenly locks eyes with Abel. Just, Sir Levant, Abel. That always creeps me out. You don't get used to that. You don't ever get used to that.
It's
Not
creepy,
to
but
mention-
also
No, I
kind
don't
of
mention
cool.
you do.
Anyways, so yeah, I usually have time to get these set up ahead of time for our hunts. It's just a matter of deciding, learning about the thing we're hunting, and then, you know, getting it built. And that's always the biggest part, getting it built. Let me tell you, just because you have the plans for making something doesn't mean it just gets made according to plan.
That's interesting. Very
It's
different.
less of a science and a mathematic field, more of an art. That's how I describe it.
Definitely.
Things
So-
happen on the way.
If your
Very
old
different,
satchel is any indication, Abel, you have the one
First,
of
he
a
didn't want to
reliable
talk, sorry.
creator.
I know. Ugh.
Sorry.
How
You
dare!
know, go for it. Go for it.
You have the satchel of a reliable maker things, Abel.
He
I
shrugs.
can tell by how it's organized.
He shrugs. I just go where I'm needed, I guess. I do what I do. And I know what I'm about, I know what I'm good at, and I try to excel at it. That's all. I think that can be said for any number of you. Any number of anyone, really.
Reliable.
Again, he shrugs. What were you gonna say, Kirsty?
The moment's gone. It's fine.
Sorry.
You killed it! You killed it dead!
Yeah, no, she'll just sort of start flicking through the book and yeah, just kind of having a look at what, like, seeing what sort of fits. Because I mean, she's still picking up ideas, I guess, would be the good way to put it, of like what. To
Roll
do,
me your investigation.
Shopping at IKEA.
Do it with advantage, I'll say.
basically.
IKEA, but it's a single bag.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay, I guess
Okay.
I'll need to bust out Abel's passive. Nice.
20. It is a very interesting, if a bit surreal, I guess that's the best way to describe it, surreal, abstract read. Because there's no elaboration on what things are. It's just the diagrams of what they appear to be. And there are some things where you don't know what the hell it is, and there are other things where you could extrapolate and be like, probably something to do with this, or is this? And then there's other things where you're just like, what the hell is this? It looks like something like otherworldly. And you're just like, that's really interesting. In fairness, you are a Twinsian native, so access to high levels of tech isn't usually something in your wheelhouse, unfortunately. But the reading through this, paging through this, begins expanding your mind on what could be versus what couldn't. A mere hour ago.
Yeah, okay. Should probably just sort of see if there's stuff that kind of matches what the what's this called? 703rd?
The 703rd?
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
Afterlife
right.
Express.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So proud of myself.
What
Right.
is
Okay. Yeah.
In terms of matching what they do have a different rifle archetype entirely, except Corporal Aisha. Or Alicia, rather. So that's a bit... Depends, because they literally only fire like once. I guess Cyril had a repeating or a semi-auto rifle as well. So you could,
Yeah, well,
in
I suppose
theory.
it's more just sort of thinking about sort of stuff that they had that might work, and then combining it with stuff that that she's seen in this book, and just sort of seeing if any of them would
Okay.
potentially work. I guess.
There's a number of different combinations I can work with that, which is sort of the beauty of Abel's sketchbook here is it goes on to many, many different models of firearms. Not even just rifles, not even sniper rifles, pistols, shotguns, you name it. Every type of gun, there is some schematic for, or potential schematic for it in this book. And that book is filled. Not cover to cover, not yet, but it's getting there. Well,
Yeah.
I hope you find something in there worth your while. I won't need it back later, of course, but
Are
I
you
don't
sure?
think your guys are going any.
I can maybe try and copy some of the designs or something.
If you want to try to copy it, be my guest, but I'm not gonna leave this. I'm not gonna leave it in camp.
Well, no, I wouldn't stick that because.
You're drunk. I can't believe you're so drunk already.
Yeah, fuck it,
Says
it's canon.
you.
You know, I'll just take a quick look and see what I remember and what I think works, and then I will give it back. That is
Sure.
alright.
That sounds like a plan.
Thank you very much. I'll have
Let
it
me
back
know.
before the end of dinner.
Certainly. Let me know if you need any, explanations or anything.
Definitely will. Thank you for the offer. And
Then
sorry
try to
in
get
advance.
through it as much as you can right now, I suppose. See what things bubble to the surface.
Mhm, mhm.
Wait,
sure
here's the
you'll be
thing.
fine.
Can you read most of that?
It
Yeah,
has
that's
no
it.
writing.
Oh, it does have writing. It's just pictures.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
look,
have
see?
any written text. It's all diagram.
It's friendly.
In the same way, you don't read a square in a different language.
Mm.
Square is square.
This shape is vaguely familiar.
Indeed. And if I
In this way, it's a diamond.
Before you go back,
80%
Abel,
Minecraft speedrun? You joke about that, but my buddies did do that. One of them has a 6-minute and 9-second time.
Nice.
Oh, bray.
Yeah, we're pretty confident none of us are going to beat it. So, Abel returns back to his table.
before you go back, Abel, have you ever thought about going into manufacturing?
No. Never. Not in manufacturing. Craftsmanship, I've thought about it, but manufacturing, never.
Interesting. Craftsmanship. A more elite, esteemed, capable clientele, perhaps?
I guess you could put it like that, yeah. But just let me put it to you like this, Mr. Cigar. With your magnificent magical powers, do you think everyone in the world deserves to have them? Good or bad people?
I see what you mean. Fair enough.
No, he closes his eyes and nods sagely. That you do. He turns to you, Anushka. Miss Anushka, know that I gave you that attachment because I believe you are a deserving force to be reckoned with. Hold true to that, huh?
I will do my best, yes, thank you.
There are plenty of idiots with guns out there. I don't think you're an idiot. Even if the attachment is idiot-proof.
Well, I appreciate the recommendation.
Vote of confidence.
Vote of thank you.
Eh.
No
Yes.
problem.
Thank you.
You just remind me of myself. That's all. And with that, he goes back. Or rather, he smiles at you as he says that, and then Amber, like wraps an arm around your shoulder and just stares daggers at him. Back off.
I don't think he's
Of
her
course.
type.
I don't be racist. Don't judge.
How that? I'm
Well,
just gonna.
Oriana, this is very, very.
I'm
What
gonna leave. Before
Hey,
this
Crash,
gets too weird. What's up?
would I be back by this time?
I think you probably just began back.
Okay. Abel, can I borrow you for a second?
This
And
man is
another
never
thing.
sitting down again.
One night
Yeah.
can't
Forget dinner.
All right, Mr. Redan. Sir, what do you need?
You mentioned before that Abel wasn't your real name. What is your name?
Kenneth. Kenneth's my name.
Kenneth. He puts a hand out. Nice to meet you, Kenneth.
Mr. Redan. He shakes your hand, which is a bit different considering how he's smaller than you.
Would you sit with me and just talk for a little bit?
Can I go get a plate of food first?
Please? Whatever you want to do. Just want to learn about you.
There's not much to... He's walking away and going back to his seat to go get his food. But as he's walking away, he says, "There's not much to learn about me, Mr. Redan. I'm just a guy." He does come back, though. Like a couple minutes pass, he guys his plate, refills it back up with some biscuits and gravy, or I don't fucking know those crawfish. I don't know.
That's true. Yeah.
I never had grits. I never had grits.
Oh, they're good.
Okay.
They're very
They're
good.
good. They're good. Okay.
You can do
Never had
everything
'em.
with them. You could do cheese and
Alright.
butter. You can do salt, pepper. You can do
I heard
syrup and cinnamon.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, sweet grits. Right? How colored
Good.
greens?
oh, I hate them.
Okay, good. I heard they suck. So,
I
good to
I
see
feed
that
them to my lizard, and that's the only person that eats them.
Okay, whoa, shit. All right, so he gets some summer comfort food and comes back to you.
Yeah, I would just spend some time talking to him.
Abel
Listening
insists
to what he
that
has
he's
to say.
not anyone of importance. He's not from a noble family. He's like he's from the Twins technically, although that's sort of an overstatement because he's from Sevlis originally, the border town from Twins to south. Like he doesn't think he's really much of anyone, and that's fine by him. He
Alright.
is not the sort of person that cares about people knowing who he is, even if he, yeah.
I'm gonna hit him with the Plo Koon.
Okay. Not to me.
Exactly. You're
So we're
interesting
just
enough to me, Abel.
You're like a little cold talk in a way.
Rodra leaves because she doesn't care.
What's this?
Literally doesn't care. Literally doesn't care. She's got to go to Kasai's old perch in the bottom left of the map.
But she's gonna be in the tree.
That's it.
Yeah, she's
wanna
actually
spend
gonna be
some
in
time
the
talking
tree.
to him. Learning about Kenneth, not Abel.
His name is Kenneth, no last name. No one hit me with the hello Kenneth, no last name. How are you doing? No one hit me with that, or I'll kill you. His name's Kenneth. He has no last name. He was an orphan. Unsurprisingly, the Twins. Didn't get shipped off to Dovros and the Cradle, which is where Twinsian orphans often go. He just sort of stuck around in Sevlis as sort of a street urchin. Seekers and Slayers paid him some mind in the sense of they pitied him. He thinks it's because he was extra small for a kid, because he was a halfling kid, so he was extra small. So he got by on some good charity, and eventually in life he found his own way of procuring things, sneaky deaky like. But that all changed one day when a traveler came through. He tried to steal from him. Didn't work out. Didn't get beat. Go him. But he was given a gun. This was around the halfling equivalent, because halflings have a different lifespan. Halfling equivalencies of him in his early 20s. He was given a gun. And when he describes the gun, you guys know that Abel's like a capable gunsmith from his appearances. But Redan, when he describes that gun, it's as if he's just holding it in his hand and just describing it to you, even though you could just see it. Like, he just knows it, like the back of his hands. And he doesn't even describe it in like a mechanical way. Like it's like this, like 1 foot long, made of this type of cut of steel. No, he describes it more akin to like a forest. The make of it, the high craftsmanship of it, the way it smelled both before and after firing it. Poetry to him.
Verdane just like looks on and like does a slight nod. You know, Rebel? Kenneth, I believe if you were given anything that day, you would have fallen in love with it.
No, I don't think that. He looks you in the eyes. You know why? Because guns are an idiot's tool. Any person can use a gun. Crossbows, sure, you can pull the trigger, but loading it is a pain in the ass. Bows require skill. Melee weapons require courage. And skill, depending on which one. Spears, just stick them at the pointy end. Guns. Anyone can use a gun. Anyone can load a gun. Comparatively, at least. Loading some of these older sniper rifles does take a bit of work, but compared to a crossbow, which you need to have this muscle mass, which I will never have to reload it. No, I think it being a gun that day was very important. Because even a simpleton like me could use it. And that's exactly what I did. I used that gun. I took jobs. I took lives.
And I would gladly be wrong, Kenneth. But guns aren't just a simpleton's weapon. They need someone with skills just like yours to make them truly shine.
I suppose. But that could be said for any weapon.
Agreed. But you should give yourself more credit, Kenneth. You are a true savant.
He shrugs. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Regardless, my time shooting is long gone. Just got tired of it.
Insight.
Roll insight.
That sounds like a flat lie.
Something
One sec.
happened.
Alright, so let's get this 15 real quick.
Just a quick 15. Oh, it's 22.
Oh,
Damn it.
okay.
Oh, you almost rolled a 15.
Mhm.
You almost rolled a 15.
Technically, he did get tired of it, but not out of boredom or ennui or anything like that. No, as Garth did say, something did happen to make him stop wanting to kill people.
Just looks at him. But that's not all, is it? What happened? At what point did...
This was a long time ago. This was before I met Lord Koltark, even. Which I hope isn't too surprising to hear. I have a life beyond him, even if I'm always next to him these days. No, this
I
was...
fully agree.
This was a couple of decades ago. I was traveling through the Twins' home territory, I suppose. I had taken the job of being a bodyguard. He looks himself up and down, in a sense. I guess bodyguard is less of the right term, more of a vigilant. Someone, a sentry. Not in the way of staying watch like the 703rd are doing right now. Moreover, I'm there to go with the person that hired me to any negotiations because no one would assume a small guy like me would be that important. Except I keep a big iron in my back pocket. And I'm very good at hiding it. So, that was more of my job. Go in negotiations, make sure they didn't turn sour, and if they did go sour, to get my client out of there safely and maybe take some of them with us. But
What happened?
well,